Hello students, in today's session we are going to discuss about the trigonometry, the basic concept of geometry, which is useful in many engineering or navigation applications, or sometimes we require it for astronomical calculations. So the path for this chapter is introduction first, then we have to go through some basic trigonometric ratios, we have to define it, then we will discuss few trigonometric identities and then start discussing some examples on the topic which we have covered. The first part of the trigonometry is the introduction, where we need it. So trigonometry is the branch of mathematics used for finding the height of buildings, towers, distances between the objects, etc., with the help of properties of triangles. What does it actually mean? So whenever we are walking on a street, then some towers are there or some buildings are there. So we can't physically go to the building to measure the height of building, or if two towers are there, then we can't physically use any uh, device to measure the distance. So rather than using this, we can use some properties of the triangle to measure the distances or height, etc. So it has many applications in engineering, astronomy, navigation, etc. The basic part of the trigonometry is the Pythagoras theorem, and we define all the trigonometric ratios only for the right angle triangle. So the Pythagoras theorem says that in any right angle triangle, the sum of square of two sides is always equal to hypotenuse square. In the adjacent figure, we can see that here angle ABC is of 90 degree, and the side which is opposite to the ABC is AC, which is known as a hypotenuse. And BC and AB are two adjacent sides, or they may be referred as a base and height of the triangle. Along with the Pythagoras theorem, we may have two important theorems which are known as 30 degree, 60 degree, 90 degree theorem, which is useful for determining the values of ratios, values of trigonometric ratios. And one more is that, which is for 45, 45, 90 degree. We will discuss about these two theorems while calculating the values of trigonometric ratio in the successive sessions. In this session, we will restrict ourselves to the basic trigonometric ratios, that how to define them, and then their identities, and if possible, then few examples. Now, coming to the next slide, here some basic trigonometric ratios are defined. So the very first ratio is a sine ratio, which is defined as opposite sides upon hypotenuse. Suppose in the adjacent triangle, we say that angle C be the theta, and this AB and BC are perpendicular to each other. That they make an angle of 90 degrees. So then the opposite side of this theta is this one. We call it the AB as the opposite side. Then this BC as the adjacent side of theta, and AC is hypotenuse of the triangle. Once we define the basic sides and angles of the triangle, we will define the first ratio, which is known as sine ratio, defined as opposite side of theta divided by hypotenuse. Here, opposite side is AB and hypotenuse is AC. So, sine ratio can be defined as AB upon AC in the given triangle. Or in short, it can also be written as sine theta. Again, the cosine theta, which is next trigonometric ratio, which is defined as adjacent side upon hypotenuse. So from the adjacent figure, we simply say that as BC is the adjacent side, so BC by AC, that is the cosine of the theta, or in short, we will write it as a cos theta. The next one is a tangent ratio of the angle, given angle, which is defined as opposite side upon adjacent side. So then according to this figure, we will write it is as AB divided by BC, or which is known as shortly as a tan of theta. If you carefully observe this, then we will get the sense that instead of writing this, we will simply take the ratio of sine angle and sine ratio and cosine ratio to get this tan theta from the first two ratios. These are the fundamental trigonometric ratios, and the successive ratios are defined as reciprocals of the above one respectively. For example, cosecant is defined as hypotenuse upon opposite sides, which is equal to 1 upon sine theta. So then as per the diagram, this will be AC divided by AB. Similarly, secant is the reciprocal of cosine, or which is hypotenuse upon adjacent side. So it will be BC upon, it's AC upon BC. And final, which is a cotangent, it is a reciprocal of tangent, or shortly it is also known as a cot theta. And from the figure, we will write it as BC upon AB. These are the basic trigonometric ratios. Here, the short form are of cosecant is cosec theta. Then for secant, it is only sec theta, and for cotangent, it is a cot theta. Once we clear the idea about the basic ratios, we will try to define some identity of the trigonometric ratios. The very first one is a sine square theta plus cos square theta, which is equal to 1. From the previous figure, we know that the value of sine theta. So sine theta in that case was AB upon AC. If we square it, so we will have sine square theta equal to AB square by AC square. Similarly, the cos ratio, that is cos of theta, was BC upon AC, and therefore cos square theta equal to BC square upon AC square. Now, if we take LHS, that is LHS, which is equal to sine square theta plus cos square theta, which is equal to AB square upon AC square plus BC square upon AC square. Finally, this is equal to AB square plus BC square upon AC square. But according to the Pythagoras theorem, here AB square plus BC square is nothing but AC square. So it will be it's AC square upon AC square. Finally, this is equal to 1. Hence, we can conclude that for any angle theta, you will have a sine square theta plus cos square theta is always equal to 1. This is the first identity. Now, we are going to use this identity to prove the remaining two identities. For example, here we will write the first trigonometric identity, that is sine square theta plus cos square theta, which is equal to 1. Now the next is we will divide this identity throughout by by cos square theta. So my equation becomes sine square theta upon cos square theta plus cos square theta upon cos square theta, that is equal to 1 upon cos square theta, or which implies that, as we know that sine theta upon cos theta is a tan theta, hence a sine square theta upon cos square theta can also be written as tan square theta, and cos square theta upon cos square theta is 1, that is equal to 1 upon cos implies the sec ratio or the sec, and 1 upon cos square indicates the sec square theta. Similarly, for proof and which is the proof of the second identity. Similarly, we can prove the third identity by using the same notation that first identity can be divided by sine square theta. So we will first write down the division, that is sine square theta by sine square theta plus cos square theta upon sine square theta equal to 1 upon sine square theta. So on the left hand side, sine square theta upon sine square theta is 1 plus the cos square theta upon sine square theta is nothing but 1 upon tan square theta, which is equal to cosec square theta, since 1 upon sine is a cosec. Finally, 1 upon tan is a cot, so we will write 1 plus cot square theta is equal to cosec square theta. So this is what the proof of three basic trigonometric identities which we required for solving various problems in the trigonometry. So in the further session, we will include a few examples based on the identities as well as the basic trigonometric ratios, and the remaining parts like defining the values of trigonometric ratios for a special angle like 30 degrees, 45 degrees, 60 degrees, 90 degrees, etc. Now we will stop for the day. Okay.